Well, hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I am a regular dude walking in the Word. We're going through the section in Numbers chapter 9 and 10, and it's 5 episodes where it's talking about the direction of God. And today, the title of this episode is Directed by God, okay? And you're going to see as these people they receive the directions from God, and they follow the directions of God, and then it works out really well for them. And so let's read here today. This is taken from Numbers chapter 9, verses 15 to 23. Okay? So it says this: On the day the tabernacle, the tent of the covenant of... I'm sorry here. On the day the tabernacle, the tent of the covenant law, was set up, the cloud covered it. From evening till morning, the cloud above the tabernacle looked like fire. That is how it continued to be. The cloud covered it, and at night it looked like fire. Whenever the cloud lifted from above the tent, the Israelites set out. Whenever the cloud settled, the Israelites encamped. At the Lord's command, the Israelites set out, and at his command they encamped. As long as the cloud stayed over the tabernacle, they remained in the camp. When the cloud remained over the tabernacle a long time, the Israelites obeyed the Lord and obeyed the Lord's order and did not set out. Sometimes the cloud was over the tabernacle only a few days. At the Lord's command, they would encamp, and then at his command they would set out. Verse 21. Sometimes the cloud stayed only from evening till morning, and when it lifted in the morning, they set out. Whether by day or night, whenever the cloud lifted, they set out. Whether the cloud stayed over the tabernacle for 2 days or a month or a year, the Israelites would remain in camp and not set out. But when it lifted, they would set out. At the Lord's command, they encamped, and at the Lord's command, they set out. They obeyed the Lord's order in accordance with his command through Moses. Okay? You saw, as I read through that, like every option was given. If the cloud moved, or cloud or the fire moved overnight, or if it was 30 days or a month, it didn't matter how long it was. It wasn't a set time period. But when it moved, they left. They stopped, they left. And the key verse here is this. Verse 23. At the Lord's command they encamped, and at the Lord's command they set out. They obeyed the Lord's order in accordance with his command through Moses. Okay? So the bottom line here is this. This will be a short episode. They were directed by God, and they continued to follow God. And when they did that, it worked out great. Now, this was all important because you had, several million people here that you were trying to go, you were trying to get from one place to the other. That took a lot of organization, but God, in his plan, had the thing all organized out, and so it worked out beautifully. And it shows how beautifully it worked out when they followed his plan. All right. So in the same way, God has directed us. Okay, we don't have a fire over us or a cloud over us directing us which way to go. We have the Bible. Okay, so we simply follow the Bible. When, let's say, I'm tempted, like, I feel like I should, be cheating on my wife and have a second wife. Okay, where do I find that in the Bible? I don't find that in the Bible at all. That I should have a second wife. All right, and all kinds of things like that. But people do goofy things, and they think, I wonder if God's telling me, to do this stuff, to do this sin. Well, no, God's not telling you to do that, because it's instructed right here in the Bible. Okay, if the Lord's telling me I need to cheat on my taxes in order to get ahead so I have more money to give to the church, God's not telling you that. Okay, look at the 10 Commandments. Thou shalt not steal. So you follow. We don't need that cloud. It's nice to have that cloud, and you don't need that fire because we have this right here. And if we follow this, you'll find that the direction of your life will be greatly improved. All right. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I encourage you to keep walking in the direction of the Bible. And I will see you tomorrow. Lord's blessing to you.